Welcome. Today's speech is going to be about pizza. So when I say onions, mushrooms, pepperonis, garlic, when we hear these ingredients, we cannot help our mouth from salivating. According to Merriam-Webster, all one has to do is either think, hear, or smell food that we want to eat. For myself, when I hear these ingredients, I think of pizza. Pizza, for one, can be a culinary masterpiece, while to others it can be just an ordinary meal. During this speech, I will cover the important steps in constructing a pizza. I will also explain in detail what it takes to make one so that you can hopefully make one for yourself in the near future. This speech is backed by my experience with pizza making. This experience is to include 15 plus years of either making or training others how to make the perfect pizza. To start, we're going to establish the pizza's origin and the method, the units that compile a pizza. So, according to Wikipedia, the pizza was actually established in Naples, Italy. And in 1905, the United States received its first pizza establishment, which was located in New York's Little Italy. So there's 3 steps to compile a pizza. The first one is the dough, which is usually, as the picture shows, is round. To form the dough, you need to dust it with flour, or some people use cornmeal, or some people just use olive oil. You're going to want to stretch the dough. You're going to want to fold it or knead it. You're going to rotate it 90 degrees. You're going to again stretch it, and you're going to repeat it until it's smooth. Once it's actually formed, you're going to want to press it out so that it's even with no holes or thin spots in the pizza. Once the dough is actually established and pressed out, you form a crust. Once the crust is established, the crust actually is the portion that's going to receive no toppings or sauce, so that's one of the best parts of a pizza in my opinion. So once the dough and the crust is established, you move on to the toppings. Generally, the toppings can vary from meat to fish to veggies to spices and different types of sauces. The modern pizza generally starts off with a tomato sauce as a base, and then you can move on to the different types of cheeses and variation of toppings. The key to putting toppings on is to have it proportional. So you don't have too much or too little. Doing so ensures a proper cooking temperature and the heat's evenly distributed. If you put too much toppings on a pizza, you have a chance of either undercooking it, or too little toppings, you have a chance of overcooking them, therefore burning your toppings, which is just not going to leave a great taste. So once the toppings are established and they're put on, you move on to the cooking time. The cooking time varies from generally 3 minutes all the way up to 10 minutes, depending on what type of pizza you like. The key with cooking the toppings is to make sure that you don't undercook it and obviously overcook it. So in order to do that, you establish the dough, you make sure it's not too thick or too thin, and then you cook it at the proper temperature, which is generally you want it above 600 degrees Fahrenheit. So with the toppings and the crust established, the oven is going to be a factor. So the type of oven you could use, they vary from gas oven, propane, wood fire. The best method is a brick oven, which is wood fired. That gets the hottest, cooks the pizzas in about 3 minutes, and it provides the best crust because the temperature is controlled much better and it's much hotter. So now that you know what it takes to assemble a pizza, from the dough to the toppings to the sauces and the cooking time, hopefully one day you'll be able to make your pizza on your own. I know that the way I laid it out is pretty simple, but like anything in life, practice makes perfect. And once you practice enough, you should be able to perfect the amount of topping, how to form the dough without getting holes in it, and to cook it properly. Once you practice enough, you will get it. My experience has shown that, and I believe you guys and gals will be able to do the same. So with that being said, thank you for your presentation, attendance, and good luck.